Greetings folks, in this video I'm going to be looking at the mods I've done to my TopRC TC1400. These are mods that I do to a lot of my planes, a lot of my pusher style planes anyway. Basically what I've done is pull the motor out of the motor pod there. That's a sort of a whiny little motor that has a small 5-inch prop on it. Printed up a 3D printed motor mount there so that I can mount the motor externally. That's just hot glued into the motor pod. Changed it to an PrimeRC T1400 with a 6x4 prop, which is much nicer. Has a 5mm threaded shaft, so you can use a lock nut rather than the collet style prop adapter. I've also pulled the servos out of the battery bay there and moved them down the back. That means I can have shorter push rods, a lot more accessibility to the servos, much more space for flight control boards and moving the battery around in the battery bay as well. To do that I had to run the wires, the servo wires down through the shaft, the reinforcing shaft. It's a carbon fibre tube. There's only enough room for 4 wires, so I'm sharing the ground and power for those 2 servos. So 2 signal wires and ground and power going all the way through to the receiver. And you can see I've just sort of taped over where the wires come out the back of the tail and go to the servo there. And hopefully that's going to make it a much more adaptable, nicer to fly model with space for bigger batteries and flight control boards. Now something I have to say, this is called the TopRC TC1400 on Banggood. Sells for over $200 I think, which is very expensive for this model I think, but in Australia it sells as the PrimeRC TC1400 and you can buy it for half that price from bricks and mortar model shops. If you just search online for the PrimeRC TC1400 you'll see it available at lots of different places for about 180 Australian dollars. That converts to about 120, 130 US dollars. So, and it's just the best beginner's plane I think. It flies slowly, floaty, plenty of space inside, really easy construction or assembly, just a great model. But anyway, let's go for a fly. Now, first off, I better check how that works with the CG. That's spot on now. And I've got plenty of space to move the battery forwards and backwards and all that stuff. Got a little express LRS receiver in there. That is an ER5C, I think. Direction check. All going well. Alright, it's a lovely day. Pretty calm here. There will be wind further up, but we can handle that. Much quieter. Look how slow that thing is flying. Wow, this is cool. This is why I love this plane. Look, it's a glider. Look how slow it's going. I have to trim my elevator down a bit. That's delightful. Gliding there. Does a bit of a torque roll when you... Oh, hello, the Maggie doesn't like it. Oh no, it's Maggie nesting season, so they're going to be a bit aggressive. Sorry Maggie, I'll stay away from you. Oh, Maggie won. Anyway, there we go. That is behaving very nicely. Pushers can be tricky to launch sometimes because until they've got enough airspeed they'll dip down, the motor sort of pushes it down, but if you give it a good throw You just need that initial airspeed. The wings start working and we're all good. I hear a plane, must be up above the clouds. Anyway, let's get a bit more speed, do a loop or a barrel roll, whatever. That's a more civilised loop. Lovely roll, good stuff. So yeah, this is much nicer, much quieter, better note. It had a sort of a whiny note to it with the original motor, but I'm loving it now. Better put a camera on, let's glide it in. Should be able to catch it. There we go, that's a wonderful plane. So I like my mods, the external motor mount. I'll share the link to Thingiverse for that one, and the servos down the back. All good mods, I think.